Well, my friends, last week we had the Democratic whip, Catherine Clark, admit that shutting down the government and keeping people suffering, families who aren't getting paid, that was leverage for the Democrat Party so they could get their policies in place. It's crazy to me that the Democrats can be so obvious about what their plans are, and yet a lot more of the Americans aren't seeing it that really should be looking at this right now. Joining us now to discuss on the Warrior Injury Law Studio line, Representative Dan Newhouse from our very own Washington State. Thank you so much for being with us today, sir.
Absolutely. Ari, always a pleasure.
We love having you on the show. Now, we're talking about a Democratic whip who is literally saying the quiet part out loud. This entire shutdown, they're trying to make people miserable, so that way they'll put pressure on the Republicans to cave. But meanwhile, we've got a clean, continuing resolution just funding the government the way it's been funded, and yet the Democrats won't support it.
It's just totally disgraceful what's happening here, Ari. And I think people are starting to wake up to the fact that this is all on the Democrats for one reason. It's all political. You remember I think it was March, when Chuck Schumer agonized over the question of voting for the CR, finally did, and then just got his nose bloodied by people in the Democrat Party for supporting a Republican continuing resolution. He didn't want to do that again. He's afraid for his leadership. He's afraid for the primary he might be in the next time he's up for re-election. They are totally catering to the far left of their base, and it's just not good for the American people. When Catherine Clark, the House whip, as you mentioned, admitted that she knows families are going to suffer, but this gives us our leverage. Well, wow, that just tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And then you look at somebody like Senator Patty Murray or Senator Maria Cantwell. First of all, it's good to have proof of life on Senator Maria Cantwell, who we don't see often enough ever around here unless she's running for election. But the two of them, do you think they're also concerned about the same thing Chuck Schumer is concerned, that if they give in on this, they're going to get primaried also?
Well, that's a tougher question in the state of Washington. They've always been pretty strong in their reelection efforts, as you know. I'm not sure what Senator Murray's plans are at the next time she's up, but they are certainly, part of they're architects of this plan. Certainly Senator Murray has been. She's been a very strong spokesperson for the Democrats on this issue. It's really frustrating to me. I think they voted, 12 times now against the CR, against opening the government.
Yeah.
They voted against paying the troops. And then what do? Immediately after the vote, they go out and complain about the government being closed and the fact that the troops aren't being paid. So it's just really a frustrating thing. I'm not sure what their goal is here. Senator Thune, a couple of weeks ago, offered them the opportunity to have the debate and the vote on those things that they're trying to push forward. And Leader Schumer said, no, that's not enough. We want this outcome to be determined before we give in. It's like, come on, that's not the democratic process. We have a system here that we utilize, and we can't decide these things in smoke-filled rooms that expect 535 people to accept it.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.